So what's your slogan, sir?
So I'm Michael Copeland and I am the chef with the recipe for insurance.
I love it. We are talking about insurance this week, and we have a guest with us, Michael Copeland with Farmers Insurance. Michael, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Michael Copeland. I'm with Copeland Cares Farmers Insurance Agency. I used to be a chef. I wasn't in insurance for anything but the last 5 years. The reason why I got into insurance is because I thought I knew about insurance, and then I had 3 claims in a 6-month period. I didn't know anything about insurance. I found out quickly. So when I decided to switch careers, it was because I did not want that to happen to somebody else. So I take a little bit extra care in making sure that people understand, whether they're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned vet, they understand each recipe, each ingredient in the recipe to make sure that their insurance is going to cover them.
Why would we get insurance in the first place? What do we need it for?
So a perfect example is your mortgage company technically owns your house until they don't have any more payments. So they want insurance to protect their investment. Okay. Now, if you don't have a mortgage payment, then you don't really need to have insurance, except for the fact that you have a valuable asset that you want to protect. And that's the bottom line. Whether it's the mortgage company or you have having a valuable asset. And I'm going to just pull some numbers that I've heard different realtors tell me that has increased somewhere around the neighborhood of 8% over the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So your asset keeps increasing in value. You want
All
to
day
protect
long.
that and make sure you get all full value of that asset.
Golly, we could dive into that, right? That would be a whole separate video of how you do need to check your value and make sure your insurance policy matches your value of your home. But that's another day, another video. So my next question is, I bring you a brand new homeowner and they don't even know up from down, right from left. Why do I need insurance? What should a new homeowner look for in a new policy?
A homeowner that is the first time home buyer, I'm going to tell you, I go out of my way to make sure I sit down with them. I want to make sure that they understand the coverages, and I will do side-by-side coverages between my offer, another company, and we'll show you the differences. And I'll show you one of the best policies you can buy and one of the cheapest policies you can buy. And I will show you the differences. And then usually you've heard about some different claims experiences, maybe from a friend, a family member, or just a coworker, and you've heard about coverage not being there. And I will talk about this a little bit more in depth. Now, obviously, if you're a first-time home buyer, you need a little bit more education. The problem is with the first-time home buyer, they're in deer and headlights and can't figure out what's going on. So it takes a little bit harder to find that time. But I promise you, it's worth the value. It's worth the extra time
Right.
to make sure that you understand what coverage is. Because Megan, you might say, I want this, but I don't want that. I'll self-insure for that. That's not going to happen to me. And that's fine. We can adjust that accordingly. But what we want to do is make sure that you understand what you're purchasing. The
Right.
good news is that there won't be a quiz at the end. I'm just a phone call away. So after we get you all squared away, if you have a question, you just call me and we walk you
Perfect.
through.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, now what if we are an existing homeowner and we need to file a claim from that storm that rolled through last night and now we have damage on the roof? How does the claims process work?
So, and again, I'm basing this off of if you're already my client. This is going to come from the simple fact of I want to walk you through that process from start to finish. I want you to call me. We don't want you to call the 800 number. And here's the biggest reason why that some of the other companies want you to call the 800 number is because they want you to have an established claims history, which means you cannot leave them. In today's high risk environment, they want you to claim until you're priced in where you're at. We want you to have a claim if you need a claim. I will walk you through the process. I will send somebody out. If you don't have a trusted roofer, we will be more than happy to send out people that A, we've checked their insurance, B, we know what they do, and C, we've already vetted them for you. So that way you know you have a trusted person coming out. Okay. And then as each step happens, we talk about it and make sure you know what's going to happen next. The bottom line is if you have hail in your living room, we're not starting with the roofer. We're starting with the claim. Okay.
That makes sense.
If you have a storm in your area, we're starting with the roofer. Okay. And yes, it's not that I'm afraid to file a claim. I want to protect your claims history. Okay. Because here's the thing is your claims history is a lot like a credit score. Your claims history is part of an insurance score. And that's why your auto insurance is differently priced than my auto insurance.
Oh.
Because you have your own insurance score and your own credit score. And I have my credit score and my insurance score. And so that's all part of that goes into it. Now, I had to work very hard to get those 3 claims in 6 months erased from my record. They're gone now. But let me tell you, I couldn't switch my company for 5 years because I had made 3 claims in a 6-month period.
Wow.
There's so many little intricacies. That's why I have my lane. And when they have a realtor question, I'm like, call Megan.
You're
Call
great.
Megan. Right. And then I'm sure you and I, we both have several mortgage people that we trust in different avenues that we say, hey, let's call them and find out. That's pretty much why I switched careers from a chef to an agent, because of that understanding that I did not have. I thought I did. But let me tell you, the payout that I had to pay for my claims, I did not have that information.
So it cost you a lot of money, basically.
$96,000. But I mean, that's just
who's counting? Oh my gosh. Well, this is why I send everybody I can to you so that they can get educated, even if they choose not to hire Farmers as their insurance provider. They still get a massive wealth of education and they'll always be back, right?
I actually have a current client, potential client, I should say, who is been calling me for 3 years, and he can't wait for me for that accident to fall off so I can be his agent. I told him, I said, listen, you just need to go do a Google review because you are the reason why I do what I do, because people understand that I'm looking out for your best interest, not mine.
Right. I love that. I love that. And that's why you're CopelandCares.com. Everybody search CopelandCares.com if you'd like more information about Michael Copeland. And of course, you can follow, subscribe, and like us on our page. Thank you, everybody.